Let me take you back to a Saturday night that changed everything in the Middle East. June 21st, 2025. The U.S. military, under President Trump, launched Operation Midnight Hammer, a lightning-fast, top-secret assault that obliterated Iran's most critical nuclear facilities. Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan, names that have haunted international diplomacy for decades, were reduced to rubble in a single, shocking strike. Here's how it happened. While everyone was watching the news tickers, Trump dropped the bombshell on Truth Social, then stepped up for a formal White House address. The message? Iran's nuclear enrichment program was completely and totally obliterated. The Pentagon echoed his words, calling it a spectacular military success, and for once, even the world's intelligence agencies were caught flat-footed. No leaks, no warnings, just sudden seismic change. Now this wasn't just brute force, the operation was a masterclass in strategic deception. Picture this, a massive B-2 bomber package launches from the continental US, but a chunk of it peels off, heading west into the Pacific, serving as a decoy. At the same time, 6 stealth B-2s are spotted en route to Guam, another head fake. Only a tiny circle of planners knew the real target. By the time anyone guessed, it was already over. This wasn't just another bombing run, it was historic. The mission shattered records, the longest B-2 mission since 2001, the second longest in history, and the largest B-2 operational strike ever. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and General Dan Kane called it a milestone not just for the U.S., but for military aviation itself. But why now? Look at the backdrop, massive shakeups inside the Trump administration. In May, the National Security Council was slashed almost in half. Mike Waltz, out as National Security Advisor, nominated for the UN instead. Marco Rubio, yes, the Secretary of State, was suddenly also acting National Security Advisor, archivist, and even USAID administrator. Critics cried too much power, too little oversight, but the White House said it was all about streamlining and coordination. As the drums of war pounded between Iran and Israel, what some are calling the 12-day war, the U.S. stepped in. With Vice President J.D. Vance, Rubio, and Secretary of Defense Hegseth at Trump's side, they decided on a bold move. The result? Not just military shock and awe, but a diplomatic breakthrough. A ceasefire between Iran and Israel followed within hours. Trump took a victory lap, declaring the 12-day war over. But not everyone cheered. Democrats like Tammy Duckworth and Mark Warner slammed the changes, while progressives like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called out the strike for bypassing Congress. Trump, never one to back down, doubled down online. Iran will never rebuild their nuclear facilities, he posted en route to a NATO summit. So what does it all mean? In just one weekend, America's approach to Iran, nuclear non-proliferation, and even how the government runs itself changed overnight. Love him or hate him, Trump proved he could still surprise the world, and maybe even change the course of history. If you want more deep dives into the world's most dramatic moments, don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you next time.